Report cards are in, and they show student test scores dropped to alarmingly low levels during the pandemic. A national exam administered by the Department of Education confirmed what a lot of us already knew. Remote learning widened racial disparities and erased decades of academic progress, especially in math. NBC News correspondent Rehema Ellis joins us now from the Bronx. Rehema, not a single state saw a notable improvement in their average test scores, and a lot of parents and educators are not surprised by this news. But what can we take away from this report?
There's a lot of work to do, and we do have a math problem, particularly, as you just pointed out, for those in 8th grade. Let me share with you some of those numbers where the setback was particularly devastating. Just 26% of 8th graders were proficient in math. That's down from 34% in 2019. That's alarming. And in reading, the results fell in nearly half of the states. Only 36% of 4th graders were proficient in reading, and that's down from 41%. This is something that, while everyone knew that remote learning could not really take the place of in-person learning with your teacher, it's startling when you see the numbers in front of you. Listen to what some parents had to say about these numbers this morning.
I view the learning loss as something that was predicted and kind of part of all the changes. Hopefully we'll be able to overcome that learning loss at some point soon.
Overcoming that loss will mean being in class more, actually spending more time, particularly on the math aspect of this. You can't substitute the time that people have to spend in a remedial effort to get those math scores up. Vicki?
Rehema, U.S. education officials are calling this a serious wake-up call. How are educators responding, and what can they do now that they see this data in black and white that really quantifies the learning loss?
Well, they'd like to have some more money, for one thing, in order to devote more resources into the classroom. But as I said just a moment ago, it really is about spending the time. Children have to spend more time learning. They have to spend more time practicing their math. They have to spend more time reading. There's no substitute for that. Everyone is saying the same thing in that regard, Vicki.
And Rehema, really quickly before I let you go, what can parents do?
What parents can do is spend that time. One of the things that they found out is the reading scores didn't dip nearly as large as the math scores. Why? Because parents are really more effective in actually reading and helping their children read. Where parents have a problem, math, just like their children do. And we found that the children really need to be in person in a classroom with their teacher, looking at them face to face in order for them to improve those math scores. And so parents can also be talking to their children's teacher about what other things they might be able to do. Tutoring would be one of them.
NBC News correspondent Rehema Ellis with great advice. Thank you, Rehema.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.